storm right here, the tornado warning about to expire, but it's still quite dangerous. Rockwell, Cape Canaveral, this will be moving through your area with torrential rain and gusty winds. And remember, the tornado watch continues, so there is still enough turbulence in the atmosphere, rotation in the atmosphere, that could be capable of producing tornadoes or waterspouts, especially with these areas that have yet to move across Brevard County. There still could be a spin up embedded because the atmosphere is favorable for that. Here's Viera, there's Palm Shores, there's Satellite Beach, Indian Harbor Beach. These are going to be moving through really quickly over the course of the next 30 minutes or so. The deeper reds and the oranges signaling the heavier rainfall. And in fact, we do have a live view from nearby in Melbourne. This is what conditions look like on the roads this morning. Just want to wait until this all passes through because the rainfall is torrential. We have very frequent lightning, but also the potential of some damaging winds within any of these thunderstorms. So the view here from Melbourne, driving around there, you can see the wipers going, a lot of rainfall. And of course, the wet conditions. Just want to wait until this all moves offshore before you leave the house.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about some very heavy rain, as you can see from there. And again, we're talking about that tornado watch that's in effect. That's going to be until 8 a.m. However, I think they're going to expire it early because that line is going to be moving off pretty quickly over the next half hour to 45 minutes. But Osceola, Brevard County still underneath that watch, and that's going to be, again, in effect until 8 a.m. across parts of central Florida. We're already seeing that rotation. The good thing is we're beginning to die out just a bit. Let's take a closer look around Cape Canaveral. I've opened up the iris just a bit so you can see it a little bit better. And boy, that rain is really coming down right now in sheets across that area. And again, you can see those antennae that we have in the left part of your screen there just really getting blown around. That is lightning.
Oh, look at that lightning.
And when you open up the iris, you really can see the lightning, that's for sure. But again, these are sheets of rain coming down right now. Very heavy rainfall across that area right now. It's going to be moving its way offshore soon, but you still have to buckle down and be ready for it over the next 15 to 20 minutes around Cape Canaveral. And again, lots of lightning across that area continuing. And again, that line continues to push its way gradually offshore. So Melbourne down towards Viera and all the way down towards Vero Beach. Yeah, you're still going to see the chance of very heavy rain coming up over the next few minutes as that line pushes its way offshore.
The tornado warning canceled, Jamie.
That is very good. We don't like to see tornado warnings, that's for sure. However, still can have straight line winds, as I was showing you just a minute ago. In fact, I'll go back to it. As you can see, the wind's really blowing around right now. They're probably up to 40, 45 miles per hour at times right there around Cape Canaveral. That can still cause some damage. You can still see some tree limbs down. Obviously, any kind of lightning is going to be extremely dangerous. You can also have fires caused by lightning coming down. So the wind, the rain, and the lightning is really on top of Cape Canaveral right now at our Health First Hospital Cam, and that's going to be moving its way across the Intercoastal, the Mosquito Lagoon, and heading its way off towards the east, eventually offshore also, and it's going to continue to push its way off into the Atlantic. Once it's gone, things are really going to improve very quickly, but right now, as you can see, you definitely have to be aware of that coming up over towards parts of Brevard County. That's where the worst weather is at the present time. I'll go back to the radar right now and show you what's going on. Again, Melbourne, just a few minutes ago, we were looking at that live shot. Now the rain is coming down heavy in Melbourne. It's going to be heading over towards Melbourne Beach and heading over towards the area and all the way down I-95. It's moving very quickly, though. That line's beginning to move its way out of Titusville right now, but just beginning to get some light to moderate rain. As you can see around Melbourne right now, that is definitely some very heavy rain coming down at the present time. I'm assuming that's probably I-95. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I-95. It looks like they're heading their way down towards the south right now. And as you can see, yeah, very heavy, not as much lightning as you can see, though. Look at the sky, not as bad. However, the lightning is still really coming down around Cape Canaveral right now, and that lightning is going to be moving its way offshore along with that storm as we head through the next 15 to 20 minutes. So I-95 up towards Rockledge, we're beginning to see things improving just a bit, but down to the south, that's where the worst weather is beginning to shift off right now. Again, over towards Melbourne, Palm Bay, eventually down towards Sebastian and Vero Beach. So things really beginning to get active in the central and southern parts of Brevard County. And again, parts of Osceola County, southeastern Osceola County, and central and southern Brevard County under severe thunderstorm warning warning, and that's going to be in effect until 5:45. You can expect some very gusty winds, lots of lightning coming through right now, and again, very, very heavy rainfall across the area.
You got the wind behind you on Viper.
Oh, okay. There you go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the wind right now that's going on across the area. Very gusty winds as these storms continue to move their way through the area at the present time here. In fact, seeing winds gusting up to 25 to 30 miles per hour at times up and down the East Coast, actually. So very windy conditions across all of Central Florida right now as that system moves its way through. Eventually, though, things will start to calm down. But with the west and southwesterly winds, actually going to see a nice warm day out there. So the worst of the weather is right now. Once it passes through, we're actually going to start slowly clearing things out across the area, and we'll enjoy a pretty nice day back across the area. In fact, here's a look at your forecast coming up for today. After our morning showers and thunderstorms, actually going to get clearing throughout the morning and into the midday. Temperatures eventually back in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees across the region with that west and southwesterly wind. So it's going to be a very warm day across the area. So if you can, make sure you stay inside over the next hour or so. Let all that move its way off the East Coast, and then we'll see some improving conditions back across the region. But already seeing the improving conditions out to the west of us, as I mentioned. In fact, take a look over towards Leesburg and most of downtown Orlando, Daytona Beach, Palm Coast actually beginning to clear out from all these showers and storms, but the storms are still going right now over towards Cape Canaveral and down towards Melbourne. Let me take you back over once again towards Cape Canaveral. This is at Health First Hospital cam, and as you can see, it is still nasty. That's for sure.
And Jamie, that's why they issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Brevard County until 5:45. So even though the rotation has kind of let up with these storms, it's the strong winds that are still going to create the threat of severe weather there in Brevard County.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what's going on right now. Okay, they did cancel the severe thunderstorm warning for Osceola County because everything has moved into Brevard County. So that is good news. Osceola County now out from underneath that warning. However, Brevard County is definitely the place that's getting the worst of the weather at the present time.
And yeah, we're looking at the radar, which has all that action moving offshore. Southern Brevard County is our focus now, central and southern. Rachel, I'm not sure what you just said. I don't know. Okay, we're
talking to our producer at the same time, so.
Yeah, we want to stick with this in Brevard County because we now have a severe thunderstorm warning with this storm. And I can take Viper at the wall, Jamie, if you want.
Sure, absolutely.
On Max, if you'd like, or if you want to call up the radar. But I'll just take Viper over here to show you what's happening in Brevard County, because as we said, tornado warning expired, but severe thunderstorm warning extended until 5:45 for central and southern Brevard counties, with lightning evident within this frame of view. Over 100 strikes potentially in the last 15 minutes. So these places, just seeing the rain move in, the earlier line was more for the northern part of the county. Now we're seeing it extend from Cape Canaveral down towards Melbourne, Satellite Beach, Indian Harbor Beach, getting some rainfall and the potential of some very gusty winds within these areas. So what constitutes a severe thunderstorm is when you have winds over 58 miles per hour and perhaps some hail to 1 inch in diameter. We did have a picture of that coming in on Twitter. I'm not sure exactly where that was from. I'll check that again, but I think there has been some small hail already reported within these lines as they moved out of Osceola County into Brevard County. This is essentially along the I-95 corridor. As we're talking about, you really don't want to be venturing out until this passes. Give it about 30 to 45 minutes. This will all be offshore. Very gusty winds. The threat of some straight line damaging winds, potentially with a gust over 50 to 60 miles per hour possible within these areas, as indicated on Storm Tracker 13. I want to go back and see where there could be some hail. Oftentimes this has a tough time reaching the ground. We talk about warm temperatures, but we do have some cooling aloft, one of the key ingredients for hail, as Jamie was just talking about. So perhaps some hail just to the south of the area. There's Palm Shores and some of the surrounding communities where there may be some hail. I'm just going to inspect this area right here. I thought I saw another area of pink shading. Yep, just to the southwest of West Melbourne. This is a really cool feature of Storm Tracker 13. There are some of the roads, Ranch Road, Simon Road, some of these areas, maybe some small hail being detected by radar. If you can verify this and you're in a safe place, we would like to hear from you. You can post very easily on our Facebook page or interact with us on Twitter. I want to bring you back over to the rainfall rates too. Heavy rain isn't part of the criteria for a severe thunderstorm, but when you add this on top of it being 5:09 in the morning, it's still dark out. This just makes for torrential conditions to be outside in, or hazardous conditions, should I say, with rainfall rates over 3 inches an hour in some areas. That would be if the storm was stationary. You could pick up over 3 inches, but these are moving pretty quickly, moving off to the north and east around 30 miles per hour. Back out to this frame of view. If you had travel plans, maybe going southbound along the Florida Turnpike, you may want to wait for this to move through, because Jamie was also just talking about how the rest of the day is actually going to be quite nice with west-southwesterly winds. We're going to warm up and find our temperatures back up to near 80 degrees. This isn't going to be lasting all day, but it's enough to really impact our early morning hours with our severe thunderstorm warning for this area in Brevard County. Until this moves offshore, boaters do need to be mindful of the potential of waterspouts with this activity as well. Jamie?
Thanks a lot. Yeah, definitely looking at those strong thunderstorms moving through Melbourne right now. Let's go ahead and go back over. I want to show you what it looks like. What a difference. Boy, about 5 minutes makes. Look at this over towards Cape Canaveral, the Health First Hospital cam. As you can see, it looks a lot better than it did before. You can actually see something besides the rain coming down. So beginning to see things clear out at the Cape very quickly across the area. So not looking at too many problems at the present time over northern parts of Brevard County. However, southern Brevard County still seeing those strong showers and thunderstorms moving their way through. Still seeing some lightning though, so be very careful. Just give yourself some extra time. Don't need to be out. Don't get out and about for about the next 15 or 20 minutes,
Okay,
especially down towards Melbourne. Now here's a look right now, a little wider look here at what's happening. Again, Titusville over towards the Cape. We're seeing those showers and storms moving their way offshore at the present time. Leesburg, Sanford, Orlando, Kissimmee, all the way up and down the Turnpike, at least north of Orlando. Looks good right now, but I-95, not a place you want to be. From Melbourne southward coming up over the next half hour, we're going to see those heavy showers and thunderstorms passing through. But again, this is just over the next half hour to 45 minutes. That severe thunderstorm warning continues, in fact, until 5:45, especially the southern parts of Brevard County, at least the central parts of Brevard County, beginning to see things move offshore. But lots of lightning associated with these storms as they pass their way through. But Vero Beach over towards Melbourne and down towards Palm Bay really getting socked right now with some very heavy rain and lots of lightning at the present time. The Turnpike itself heading down through parts of Osceola County, not as bad. Still seeing some light to moderate rain in some locations along with 441, but 192 looks good, and also heading down the beach line, not showing any major problems at the present time. And it will be warm, as Maureen was talking about. We're talking about temperatures back in the upper 70s, close to 80 after these morning thunderstorms pass through. So we have a cold front passing through, but the winds are not going to switch so much to the north and northwest, but more towards the west and the southwest. And that means a very warm day across the area with temperatures approaching 80 in some locations. So right now, things still very turbulent off to the south of us, but as far as we're concerned, things looking much better across the area. Let's go ahead and take a look once again. Live look at Storm Tracker 13 Doppler radar. Good news also, take a look at that lightning strike indicator. Beginning to go down, so things beginning to improve across the area as that storm system moves its way offshore. But Melbourne right now definitely picking up some very heavy rain at the present time. Let's take you in street level and show you some of the locations picking up some of the heaviest rain right now from Satellite Beach down towards Melbourne. Melbourne Beach, Palm Bay also picking up at the present time. Let's get you a little closer. Indian Harbor Beach over here. That's where we're seeing some very heavy rain passing through at the present time. Taking you in around South Patrick Drive, O'Galley Boulevard, over towards Marlin Street here in Indian Harbor Beach. Definitely picking up that heavy rain at the present time, and that's going to continue to push its way off towards the east across the area. Let me go ahead and take you out a little bit here and show you what's going on. Again, southern parts here of Brevard County, that's where we're seeing the worst of the weather right now. Looking at that severe thunderstorm warning, and there's a good indication for that because we have gusty winds, we have lots of lightning and very heavy rainfall across that area. Aurora Road beginning to see things lightening up just a little bit right now, but down towards Melbourne, down towards the Atlantic, that's where we have the worst weather at the present time. That's going to continue to push its way offshore. Palm Bay, all the way back out here towards Dairy Road and Eber Boulevard. Yeah, that's where you're seeing the heaviest rain at the present time as that pushes its way offshore. I'm going to take you back out though and show you that basically we're looking at conditions beginning to improve, as I mentioned, well off to the west of there around Eber Boulevard. Again, lots of heavy rain, but once you get over into Osceola County, things become a little more light to moderate, not quite as bad as it has been across that region as we go through the next half hour. So most everything will start to push its way back towards the offshore area across the region. So right now, I'm trying to take you out, but it looks like it's not going to do it. So let me take you back out here and show you what's going on around Cape Canaveral. Health First Hospital cam, as you can see, really beginning to improve. We have lots of clouds out there. Still seeing some rain showers, but really improving in the northern parts of Brevard County, even though we do still have a little bit of lightning across that area. Things are beginning to improve across there, and hopefully there won't be a severe thunderstorm warning. No, it's probably still one, right?
No, it's still the
Okay.
marine warnings
Okay.
because of these storms moving offshore, still capable of producing water spouts, and try to get the radar going for you again. If you advance on Max, there's a radar there for you,
Sure,
Jamie.
absolutely. Right now, as you can see, we still have that tornado watch officially in effect until 8 a.m., but I tell you what, over the next half hour, everything is going to be moving offshore. Not going to have any problems out there after that, so they're going to expire Osceola and Brevard County very soon. As you can see, putting the radar into motion, you can see even over towards Titusville, Cape Canaveral, looking just fine right now. I-95, still going to see some rain over the next half hour or so down towards Melbourne, though. That's where the heart of the storm is at the present time. So again, Melbourne all the way down towards Vero Beach, we're seeing pockets of very heavy rain back across the area.
What was that, Rachel?
Oh, let's see.
And we have Coco now.
There you go.
And we were saying that if you plan on leaving the house right now, maybe just wait another 20-30 minutes for things to improve there in Coco. The rain's certainly a lot lighter. This is I-95 south, but traveling down towards Melbourne. That is where Jamie was just talking about. We have the very heavy rainfall, very gusty winds still possible, and it looks like I got Storm Tracker 13 working again, Jamie. So if you want me to take that at the wall, or
Sure. Yeah, that would be fine. Let's just go and do a little bit of tracking if you want to.
Yeah.
As you can see, yeah, much better out there now across the area.
Well, it sounds like we do want to get an update from Ryan in traffic. So if we maybe send things over to him, because Jamie, it does seem like a lot of this is going to be weakening, or we still have our severe thunderstorm warning. Heavy rain, gusty winds, a big threat, but we no longer have our active tornado
Yeah,
warning.
it was a little rough coming in with the rain. There was a very little ponding. It looks like things are improving across Orlando, but still going to see that heavy rain around Melbourne.
Yeah, and that's probably where we're going to have some traffic hazards this morning. For that, we want to say hello to Ryan Harper. He is in the house as well with our first update of the day on real-time traffic. Morning, Ryan.
Thank you, Mo and Jamie. Good morning, and great job you guys are doing in the Weather Center. We'll check in with them again in just a minute here, but wanted to get you up to speed. Probably the worst accident that we're looking at right now. It's actually not where the severe weather is anymore, but this is going to be I-4 at Conroy Road, which is very close to the Mall Millennia area. And there are actually multiple accidents here at the same location, and two left lanes of I-4 are going to be blocked, both in the eastbound direction and the westbound direction as well. Now, the good news from this particular scene is actually because the volume is so light in either direction, it's not really affecting traffic in terms of major delays at this point in time. We have our radar up in the traffic center as well, and you can see where some of that rain is falling. That's where the accident is. No significant delays there, but we're also tracking some of that weather in Brevard County at this point in time, and you can see where it's falling over the I-95 corridor, a little to the south there in the Melbourne area right now. So expect some of your roadways like I-95 US 1 to be affected, and even Cape Canaveral as well. Could be a lot of debris along the roadway there as well. So something to keep in mind there if you're just on your way out your door in Brevard County, if you must go out your door, because again, we have the severe weather taking place so far. This traffic update brought to you by your Central Florida Honda dealers.
Thanks so much, Ryan. Time right now is 5:17. Stay with us here on News 13. Meteorologist Maureen McCann and Jamie Martin will be back in just a moment. Ryan Harper also has an update on the wet road conditions, and we want to let you know that many parts of Central Florida are getting nasty weather, but Brevard County is getting pounded right now. Stay with us. Our team coverage continues in a moment.
Connect to the stories that are important to you. Like News 13 on Facebook.
Local Forecast is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. For the people. Online at forthepeople.com.
When your home's AC system is not working properly or needs an immediate repair, you need a company with experience that you can trust. Turn to the experts of 29 years with American Air and Heat and Carrier. Family-friendly service. That's American Air and Heat.
You know, you paid too much for those glasses.
Who?
You. They charged you too much.
Who?
Everyone. Unless, of course, you shopped at America's Best.
Who?
America's Best. Where 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam are just $69.95.
Ooh.
Yep, that's America's Best.
Who?
please, just keep up. 2 pairs and a free exam for $69.95. It's not just a better deal, it's America's best.
During this extended visit from your extended family, all you want is a peaceful moment to stream your show. And you need enough bandwidth to share with a full house of hungry users. Lightning Internet from Bright House Networks. The speed you need. Connect to what you love at letsconnect.com.
News 13. Nothing is more convenient than now.
We're on when it's convenient for you, not just at 5, 6, or 11, but anytime, any day.
Showers and storms a good bet across the area.
We have a finger on the pulse of what's going on in your community, because it's our community too. You know you can depend on News 13. You trust us to bring you the most up-to-date information when you want it. We're proud to be the only station with news and weather on your schedule.
News 13. Nothing is more convenient than now.
If your AC system is older and nearing the end of its life, don't wait until it dies to replace it. Turn to the experts of American Air and Heat and Carrier. We offer a $500 best value guarantee and 0% financing. Family-friendly service. That's American Air and Heat.
Spotting jams with more traffic cams. Your real-time traffic every 10 minutes all morning long on News 13. Exclusively on Bright House Networks. 3 locations: Orlando, Dr. Phillips, and New Smyrna Beach.
A new health center is offering a more affordable alternative to going to an emergency room. Program organizers say the new Florida Emergent Care Center in Winter Park will be available to about 20,000 residents across Central Florida. Senator Bill Nelson made a special trip to be there when they cut the ribbon.
We are celebrating here today is the joining of one of Florida's largest insurance companies, United, with 3.5 million customers in this state, with this accountable care organization of 1,000 doctors here in Central Florida.
Also during the event, Senator Nelson addressed another concern making headlines: crumb rubber. It's a material common at playgrounds and in artificial turf. Senator Nelson says there are now 3 federal agencies looking into a possible link between the rubber and cancer.
You're watching News 13. Exclusively on Bright House Networks.
Marine Forecast is brought to you by the Personal Injury Division of NEJAM Law. If you've been in a car accident or injured, NEJAM Law. Help is here.
Locals play here at the Central Florida Fair. 3 exciting weekends of rides, games, music, and more. Advanced discounted tickets are on sale now at your local Walgreens and at CentralFloridaFair.com. The Central Florida Fair, February 25th through March 13th.
Get out of the old and get into the new at Don Reed Ford and get up to $3,500 in total savings or 0% financing for up to 66 months plus 2,000 trade assistance on new Focus, Fusions, and Escapes. Or check out these lease deals: 2016 Fusions, $176 a month. Ford Edge, now just $243 a month. New Escapes, now only $177 a month. Hurry to the Get Into the New sales event at Don Reed Ford in Maitland.
When someone is injured on the job, that injury can devastate a family. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, and any loss of income can be a significant hardship. I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. There are questions you may have. When must I report my injury? What benefits am I entitled to? Where do I receive medical care? You can find answers at forthepeople.com. Don't wait. Your future is in your hands. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Play Monsoon.
The usual.
Yep.
How are you tracking?
Right on time.
The 2016 Toyota Corolla. The perfect ride for the perfect drive.
See you tomorrow.
Get a 2-year lease on a new 2016 Toyota Corolla LE for $159 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Locals play here at the Central Florida Fair. 3 exciting weekends of rides, games, music, and more. Advanced discounted tickets are on sale now at your local Walgreens and at CentralFloridaFair.com. The Central Florida Fair, February 25th through March 13th.
News 13 is brought to you by Hudson's Furniture.
This is a severe weather alert with Storm Tracker 13.
Here at 521 team coverage, Maureen McCann, Jamie Martin. We still have one severe thunderstorm warning in southern Brevard County, but things have really improved in the central and northern part.
They certainly have. In fact, taking a live look right now at Cape Canaveral, the Health First Hospital cam couldn't see anything early. We were talking about very heavy rain, gusty winds up to 40-45 mile per hour winds, even higher in some locations, and that tornado warning that was in effect until 5 a.m. The good thing is things have begun to improve out there across the area. Let's get the very latest. Let's do a little tracking out there with Maureen.
All right, thanks, Jamie. And yeah, well, that storm has since moved off the coast. The marine warning is still in effect, not a warning to take the boat out. And even though the tornado warning was expired at 5 o'clock, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning for central and southern Brevard counties for the next 20 minutes or so. Melbourne, Palm Bay, very heavy rainfall, damaging winds possible as this storm moves offshore. And even once it gets offshore, there's still a potential for some water spouts. So you're seeing some of the heaviest rainfall right here along the I-95 corridor over towards the beaches, Satellite Beach, Indian Harbor Beach, in the Atlantic. You're getting some rainfall. And within this frame of view right here, about 10 lightning strikes. This goes down towards Palm Bay, traveling along the I-95 corridor. Grant and Floridana Beach hasn't got to you yet, but this rain is just off to your west. So Mico, get ready for some heavy rain and gusty winds to be moving through as we monitor the threat still for some severe weather within the southern part of the county. Elsewhere along I-4, traveling up towards Marion Lake and Sumter counties, not as much happening. So our focus is on far southern Osceola and southern Brevard counties, where we maintain the heavy rainfall and potential for gusty winds as the system moves off to the east. And this has been going on for the past 3-4 hours or so. We watched these storms emerge from the Gulf of Mexico. Now the threat, again, limited to southern Brevard County. There still could be some small hail showing up here to the south of Melbourne, detecting a little of that on Storm Tracker 13, just about to cross over I-95, going for a closer view to try to see some of the streets where radar is detecting some hail. Oftentimes it struggles to get to the ground when we deal with warmer temperatures, but this is a sign of the intensity of the storm or the vertical structure, meaning gusty winds are still possible in addition to the potential for some hail. Gusty winds in rotation not as evident. We did have that tornado warning that expired at 5 a.m., but the tornado watch continues with heavy rain still showing up over the southern part of Brevard County. But the good thing is this isn't going to be with us all day, Jamie. This is going to be out of here pretty quickly.
Yeah, actually pretty quickly. It's going to be nice out there. Tornado watch still in effect until 8 a.m. officially here, but it looks like we're probably going to expire that a little bit early because of the fact that everything is moving its way offshore. However, we still have that severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45. Central and southern parts of Brevard County down towards Vero Beach, you're going to see some gusty winds. You're going to see an awful lot of lightning too as these storms continue to push their way through. But again, a wider look here. Leesburg, Daytona Beach, Palm Coast, Ocala, it is all over. Not showing any problems in those locations. It's just central and southern parts of Brevard County that are dealing with that at the present time. Storm reports itself not looking bad across most of the area. We did have one storm report of about 40-45 mile per hour winds. Morning thunderstorms are almost out of here. We're going to be clearing throughout the rest of the midday. Temperatures back up in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees. And check out your 7-day outlook. Boy, after getting rid of the mess coming up for today, we're looking much better as we head through the next couple of days across the area. So again, really nice conditions, very warm conditions. In fact, the west-southwesterly wind today, upper 70s, close to 80 degrees. So really chamber of commerce weather coming up over the next couple of days. We still have another 15-20 minutes with those strong thunderstorms down in the southern parts of Brevard County, but that should be just about it.
Yeah, and the road's likely going to be impacted with wet conditions out there, which is why Ryan Harper is keeping a very close eye on things with real-time traffic. Ryan?
Thank you, Mo and Jamie. Good morning. And Mo, we were just talking a few minutes ago. I was talking to my uncle who actually lives beachside Cocoa Beach, and he said the wind was so strong earlier it actually blew his front door open. So just to give you an idea of what they're looking at in Brevard County, at least for the next 15 minutes, as Jamie was just telling us. But we're tracking a crash here in Orlando. It's probably your worst accident that we've seen so far this morning, and it's affecting traffic in both directions. Eastbound and westbound left lanes are going to be blocked in this particular area right now. And it looks looks like we're starting to see a little bit of a westbound congestion, which is moving actually from that was left to right across your screen there. But looking at our traffic sensors, not picking up major delay yet. Obviously, Brevard County being affected by the weather so far, including the I-95 corridor, parts of US 1 as well. Looks like southern Brevard County and even some Melbourne areas now. So be on the lookout for that. Could be some debris along the roadways as well to watch out for. Thankfully, we haven't seen or had reports of a lot of accident activity thus far. This traffic update brought to you, of course, by your Central Florida Honda dealers.
You're watching News 13, exclusively on Bright House Networks.
Health Headlines is brought to you by Interim Healthcare. From daily personal care to in-home nursing. When it matters most, you can count on Interim Healthcare.
Locals play here at the Central Florida Fair. 3 exciting weekends of rides, games, music, and more. Advanced discounted tickets are on sale now at your local Walgreens and at CentralFloridaFair.com. The Central Florida Fair, February 25th through March 13th.
A great way to enjoy your day is to start with Honda. The all-new 2016 Accord has everything you need to keep up with your life. With Earth Dreams technology, you get more power and more fuel efficiency.
Next, my favorite shoe store.
What? No wonder Accord has made Car and Driver's 10 Best list a record 30 times. Camry and Altima don't come close. Now get the 2016 Accord for just $199 a month. Start with Honda at your Central Florida Honda dealer.
We love TV, and if you love TV as much as we do, we want to make sure you're getting the most out of your service. Download the BHTV app to stream live and on-demand favorites on computers and most wireless devices. Plus, if you're enjoying premium channels like AMC, Nickelodeon, and Discovery on your TV at home, now you can watch them using the BHTV app. Love your shows and live your life. Visit brighthouse.com/BHTV.
When asked why I became a lawyer, my answer is really quite simple. It's to help others. I've been that way my entire life. Being born and raised in Orlando, I've known and literally been able to help thousands of you over the years. And due to your tremendous support and confidence, NEJAM Law has greatly expanded over the years with multiple diverse divisions. They include personal injury, immigration, family law, real estate, criminal, business law, commercial litigation, foreclosure, and intellectual property, among others. Have a legal need? NEJAM Law. Help is here.
Locals play here at the Central Florida Fair. 3 exciting weekends of rides, games, music, and more. Advanced discounted tickets are on sale now at your local Walgreens and at CentralFloridaFair.com. The Central Florida Fair, February 25th through March 13th.
Local forecast is brought to you by Jenkins Auto Group. Check us out on the web at jenkinscars.com. Welcome to the family.
Right now, live at 5:30, a serious weather situation. Tornado watch is in effect right now. Already, we've clocked 45-mile-per-hour winds in some spots. Storm Tracker 13 shows some heavy rain and storms moving through the area. Severe weather experts Maureen McCann and Jamie Martin are live, tracking every move of the storms. In just a moment with your weather on the ones.
It's just a group that we do a lot of things together.
Also straight ahead on News 13, camping out at Daytona International Speedway. It's a race to the front line as fans stake out spots days before the Daytona 500. And big stars shine at the Grammys last night. We'll let you know who won and who was on stage to honor music legends gone too soon.
From News 13, the morning's first news. Traffic and weather together. This is your morning news, Weather Now.
Good morning, Central Florida. Time right now, 5:32. I'm Yvette Bruswal. We had a tornado warning. Pounding rain, heavy winds, and lots of lightning. Let's get going right now. That warning has expired, but there's a watch in effect. Also, Ryan Harper is tracking the wet road conditions. First, let's go ahead and start with meteorologist Maureen McCann.
Thanks, Beth, and good morning. Yes, alongside Jamie Martin, we've been tracking these thunderstorms as they pushed across Central Florida. The focus is still central and southern Brevard counties, where we have a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45. This is the same complex that had the tornado warning associated with it in northern Brevard County. County. That has since moved off the coast. Our focus is Melbourne, Palm Bay, down towards Floridana Beach and Mico. You're about to see some rain move in. Gusty winds possible within these areas. As we loop this through, I'll pause this to show you the latest information. So it's the southern part of Brevard County. These pockets of orange showing up on Storm Tracker 13, evident where there could be some heavy downpours and some gusty winds. Tornado watch continues until 8 a.m. It was discontinued for Polk County, Osceola, and Brevard, still included. And this means conditions are favorable for any of these thunderstorms to spin up a tornado. Our warning goes until 5:45, and that is for the highlighted area in southern Brevard County. So today it's going to be pretty choppy out there in the morning, but westerly winds are going to take over. That's going to bring in drier, but it's going to be a warm day. We're not going to see cooler air immediately behind the front. West winds always leads to a good surf conditions, so if you want to take advantage of that, make sure you stay near a lifeguard. The rip current threat is elevated. There are your ties. We'll be back with another live update at 5:41. Let's see how the roads are doing right now, though. Ryan Harper in real-time traffic. Ryan?
Thank you, Mo. Good morning. 5:34 now your current time. We'll begin actually in the Metro Orlando area, I-40 in the Millennia area, actually at Conroy Road, where we actually have a wreck that is blocking lanes in both directions right now. You can see the flashing lights in the top right-hand corner of your screen. 2 left lanes are going to be blocked westbound and 2 blocked eastbound there as well. And we're starting to see a little bit of an impact now on that westbound side. Not too bad because our traffic sensors not picking up a significant impact yet on that westbound side, which is good news. Obviously, Brevard County right now is the story of the day, both for weather and traffic as well, because we have severe weather over the coastline here along I-95 and US 1. We've had several reports of very heavy wind throughout this area. No major wrecks to report, but we may have some debris along the roadway to watch out for and some standing water as well. Traffic update brought to you by your Central Florida Honda dealers.
Thanks so much, Ryan. Time right now, 5:35. Our severe weather coverage continues right now. We've already seen severe thunderstorms, even a tornado warning in some spots this morning. Let's get right out to News 13's Bailey Myers, who's joining us live in Osceola County along US 192. So Bailey, tell us, how's it looking out there?
Boy, Beth, I'm going to be honest with you. The people here in Osceola County are going to wake up, they're going to walk outside, and they're going to be shocked to hear that there was that tornado warning and watch in this area right off US 192 near the turnpike. Just because, take a look, you can see things have really died down, which is great news for people heading on the road this morning, going towards their work offices. Take a look, some puddles still accumulating here on the roadways, but fortunately nothing too serious. We did see some accidents. Obviously, the roadways are slick, so we need to warn people just to take it slow this morning because there has been a lot of rain that has just come down here on Osceola County. But as we were driving down through southern Orange County, Osceola, where that tornado watch was, we've been told that a lot of that has resolved itself. The rain has kind of trickled out, and we're hoping that the rain stops for the rest of the morning here. But obviously, we'll stay tuned, we'll keep watching, and we'll wait to see exactly how the storm hits Osceola and Orange County throughout the rest of the morning. Back to you, Beth.
Thanks so much. News 13's Bailey Myers reporting live in Osceola County. And just to be clear, we are still under some parts of Central Florida a tornado watch. Okay, so we're just a few days away from the start of the Daytona 500, and that means the die-hard race fans are already camped out to tailgate for the action. News 13's Amanda McKenzie is joining us now from outside Daytona International Speedway. Amanda, these fans take camping very, very seriously, and what a morning for it.
Yes, Beth, it was a rainy start to the morning, and it is all clear now, but come rain or shine, any Daytona veteran will tell you that you haven't had a true fan experience until you load up an RV with your closest friends, and camp out. And that ultimate fan experience can be quite an investment. We're talking anywhere from $500 to $3,000 just to access the campsites. That's not including the price for these race tickets, but that doesn't deter fans from coming back year after year. These campsites are open for 2 weeks so that they can enjoy all of the festivities leading up to the first race until the day the Daytona 500 champion crosses that checkered finish line. Now, many of the fans we spoke to say they've been coming for over a decade, and their group of friends grows each year as they mingle with fellow campers.
We got 30-some guys. You know, when we cook breakfast in the morning, we probably cook 20 pounds of bacon. We have 10, 15 pounds of sausage, probably 10, 15 pounds of potatoes, and I don't know how many dozen eggs every morning. Then, you know, we have steaks, we have pork chops, we got chicken, Well, yes.
Folks from all over the country have made the drive to Daytona Beach to catch the races. Some opt for pitching a tent, while others travel in style and don't necessarily pack light. In the Daytona Speedway's 180-acre infield, you will find groups gathered around big screens, cooking out, and even cooling off in inflatable pools. Now, of course, there is a lot of history to witness here this weekend as fans take in every aspect of the Speedway following the completion of the Daytona Rising construction project, to seeing all of those big names in NASCAR take to the track to compete for the title of the Daytona 500 champion. Live from the Daytona International Speedway, Amanda McKenzie, News 13.
Thanks so much, Amanda. I'll actually be out there on Sunday morning. You know, tomorrow night we're giving you an inside look at the Daytona Rising project, including the brand new fan facilities at Daytona International Speedway. Our half-hour special, don't miss it. The race for Daytona starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Plus, you can also find the latest racing news on our website, read up on traffic and parking information from the Speedway, and check out the race schedule. It's all there for you right now at mynews13.com/Daytona 500. Time right now is 5:39. Today, Florida's top doctor fights for his job before the state legislature. Surgeon General John Armstrong will face lawmakers for his confirmation hearing. For more, let's turn it over to News 13's Capitol reporter Troy Kinsey.
Today, Governor Rick Scott's hand-picked Surgeon General will be taking the hot seat. John Armstrong's facing his confirmation hearing, and all indications are it could be a hostile one. He's come under fire from lawmakers, Republican and Democrat alike, for his role in cutting county health department staff at a time when Florida now leads the nation in the number of new HIV cases. And there's rising concern about the Zika virus. Matter of fact, there have been a number of new Zika infections right here in Florida over the past couple of weeks. We'll tell you what Armstrong has to say in his defense tonight. In Tallahassee, I'm Troy Kinsey.
In other news, a group of passengers will try again to fly out of Orlando today. They spent the night in the City Beautiful after the plane caught fire last night. The engine of a Silver Airways plane caught fire just before 8:30 last night. The flight was headed out of Orlando International to Tallahassee with 9 people on board, along with 3 crew members. The airline says passengers were put up in local hotel rooms for the night. The plane was still at the gate when the fire broke out. No one was hurt. Time right now, 5:41. Let's go ahead and check in with News 13's Ryan Harper. He's got a real-time traffic check. What a morning we're poised to have because everything's wet out there.
Yeah, so far the 5 o'clock hour, we haven't seen any significant major accidents along the I-95 corridor in Brevard County, so that's good news so far. Obviously could change throughout our morning commute here. But the I-4 corridor closer to downtown Orlando, we've been tracking this wreck ever since the beginning of the 5 o'clock hour, and it's affecting both directions along I-4. That's going to be the westbound side, moving from left to right across your screen. 1 left lane is blocked, but at the eastbound side, 2 left lanes are actually blocked from a crash there in addition to that. So be on the lookout for that this morning. As you can see, we do have our radar up as well. The further east you go, that's where most of the rain is falling right now, and we're still looking at pretty significant impacts now as you approach Brevard County along both the beach line and getting closer to Cocoa Beach in general right now. So be on the lookout for that in the Melbourne area as well. We're not seeing any major accident activity, just to reiterate that again yet, but we could have some standing water and also a lot of debris along the roadways from some of those heavier winds we were looking at earlier. This traffic update brought to you by your Central Florida Honda dealers. Now over to our weather center now with Marie McCann and Jamie Martin.
Thanks so much, Ryan. Yeah, the road's definitely going to be impacted in central and southern Brevard County where it's still raining. But here we are at 5:42. Our warning is just about to expire.
Yeah, it's going to expire, and that's the good news here, and the fact that everything's moving offshore just in time for the rest of the morning commute looks a lot better. In fact, if you were with us about an hour ago, the Cape Canaveral area, the Health First Hospital camp, was just socked in with very heavy rain, gusty winds, and a tremendous amount of lightning. But things have really begun to improve there, but we still have lots of showers and a few thunderstorms in the southern parts of Brevard County.
Yeah, that's what we're watching on Storm Tracker 13, Jamie, where there was a severe thunderstorm warning until about 5:45. That's about to expire. Even though the heaviest activity has moved offshore within these areas, Melbourne down towards Mico, we still have the potential for some gusty winds and heavy rainfall, but the worst seems to be moving offshore. In its wake, wet conditions and And of course, once the sun comes up, we'll be able to see if there was any damage from any of the damaging or the gusty winds that came through central Brevard County. So Rockledge, Viera, Cape Canaveral, and Merritt Island. We'll have to watch maybe for some debris in the road, any tree limbs or branches following those strong winds that came through earlier. That rain is much lighter right now from Titusville to Cocoa, traveling along the I-95 corridor. This is really where our main focus is on Storm Tracker 13, and these thunderstorms are losing a lot of their intensity. The wet conditions extend from Holapa down towards Yeehaw Junction, but in this frame of view right here, not detecting any lightning. And as we go out to the home view, you can tell there is not much coming in behind it. So the worst of it just pushing offshore, and for the rest of the afternoon, Jamie, we're going to be in pretty good shape once these thunderstorms exit.
Absolutely, Maureen. Things definitely looking a lot better across most of the area right now. Let's get and show you what's going on as far as the tornado watch, officially still in effect until 8 a.m. However, that's going to expire early because most of the storms are moving their way well offshore by then. But we still have it officially, that tornado watch, until 8 a.m. And again, temperatures still on the warm side. 63 in Sanford, 62 in Orlando, 59 in Leesburg right now. So nice warm conditions across the area. Here's what we have coming up as we head through the daytime hours. Temperatures are going to be warming up nicely. The showers should be just about offshore by 8 a.m. at all locations, including Vero Beach. Look at the temperatures coming up this afternoon. We're looking at high temperatures back in the mid to upper 70s through 12 p.m. And as we get in towards 2 p.m., our afternoon high back around 80 degrees. So nice warm conditions across the area coming up for today. We'll have a slight cool down tomorrow, but overall it looks like we're going to continue to see nice conditions over the next few days as we dry things out. Temperatures themselves will stay nice and mild. Not going to be near 80 tomorrow, but we're going to be in the low 70s, and we're going to see those mild conditions continuing all the way through the upcoming week. Of course, we'll have the very latest coming up with your weather on the ones. Right now, a live look at Storm Tracker 13 Doppler radar.
You're watching News 13, exclusively on Bright House Networks.
Travel Forecast is brought to you by The Nation Law Firm. The Nation Law Firm, to protect and serve.
When your home's AC system is not working properly or needs an immediate repair, you need a company with experience that you can trust. Turn to the experts of 29 years with American Air and Heat and Carrier. Family-friendly service, that's American Air and Heat.
This is our point of view. If there's a better way, take it. If there's a perception, escape it. If there's an open road, never waste it. And if there's a dream to be chased, chase it. This is what we make, and this is how we make it.
Visit your local Acura dealer today for attractive offers.
Eyeglass World salutes Angie, who not only just rebooked a canceled flight, but also finagled a first-class ticket for the price of coach. Not surprisingly, Angie bought her glasses at Eyeglass World, where she gets the help she needs and her glasses the very same day, all for an incredibly low price. 2 pairs for just $78. Eyeglass World. See yourself smile. See yourself save.
Stream, 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 stream when I want you, in my arms when I want you, and all your charms whenever I want you, all I have to do is stream.
Preventative maintenance on your home's AC system will help eliminate costly and inconvenient breakdowns, lower utility costs, and increase the life of your system. Turn to the experts of 29 years with American Air and Heat and Carrier. Family-friendly service, that's American Air and Heat.
You've needed this for a long time. Just let go. Tradewinds Island Resorts.
Just let go.
Welcome to Premium TV.
Do you want to know what movies and original series are on your favorite premium TV channels this month? Then watch Premium TV on Bright House Local On Demand, channel $9.99. Each month, we show you the new movies and shows headed for your screen. You can find it in the entertainment category in the TV section.
News 13 is brought to you by Hudson's Furniture.
When you suffered a tremendous loss and come to the Pendas Law Firm, you're not just another number. In fact, we're focused on our aggressive abilities to deliver the justice you deserve. We take great pride in what we do, and we care deeply about you. So after an accident, just call Pendas.
Growing up in the Paramore community, no one around me was going to college. My mom never went to college. My dad never went to college. I knew that I wanted to help my community, so I enrolled in Direct Connect to UCF, and I was in. Coming in the Callahan Center, just seeing the kids running up to me, hey, Mr. Phillip, you're the cool counselor, you're fun, I like being around you. It's something that I dreamed of when I was younger. Good job. Going to UCF was the best thing for me.
At the Trial Professionals, we believe that there's no endorsement like that of a satisfied client.
The attorneys at Child Pros made it possible for me to receive a compensation.
They told me this is what we're going to get you, and they were spot on. They got me exactly what I wanted.
The insurance company came way up from their original numbers, and I was very happy at the end.
I was very satisfied with the result of what the Trial Professionals did.
Call 1-800-TRIAL-PRO.
Witness awesome girls high school basketball championships live, only on Bright House Sports Network. This week, it's nothing but net as the best teams in Florida rise up and take their shot at the state title. Watch all the action on air and online with the VHTV app.
Racing for the lap.
Go to VHSN.com for a complete schedule. It's the 2016 Girls High School Basketball Championships. This week only on Bright House Sports Network, your home for high school sports.
The Pendas Law Firm doesn't easily settle with the insurance companies. We fight for every penny you deserve. It usually takes aggressive and experienced representation to get you the maximum for your claim, and if not, we'll try to get it here at the courthouse. So after an accident, just call Pendas.
Storm Tracker 13 is brought to you by Legally Pink Law. Accident? Injury? Think Legally Pink.
This is a severe weather alert with Storm Tracker 13.
Here at 5:51, Maureen McCann alongside Jamie Martin. You know, we still have our tornado watch posted for Brevard and Osceola counties, but the threat seems to be diminishing.
Yeah, really going offshore right now, which is great news because it really packed a punch earlier. If you were watching us, boy, over towards Cape Canaveral, the Health First Hospital cam did a great job of showing just how turbulent the weather was as it moved its way through. Very heavy rain, gusty winds over 45 miles per hour at times. And again, we did have that tornado warning until 5 a.m. Still waiting to see any reports of whether it touched down or not. But even if it didn't, we were still looking at some very rough weather. And Maureen, we're still looking at a couple of showers down the southern parts of Brevard County.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting once the sun comes up to see if there is any damage, if there's any debris in the road or tree limbs down, branches, because we did see winds over 40 miles per hour, and we're waiting for more reports to come in confirmed on exactly what happened in and around the Cocoa area when those thunderstorms rolled through. Clear to see that most central Florida is dry right now. The rain has exited Orange counties and points north and west. The only place where it's still raining is in southern Brevard County, and even at that, we're not finding as many of the oranges and yellows showing up on Storm Tracker 13. Anything that's occurring is lifting to the northeast pretty quickly, not finding as much lightning embedded here too. Back out to this view, you can see that there is no additional rain coming in behind it. So this is the main line as forecasts come through during the pre-dawn hours. West to southwesterly winds are going to take over behind it. We're not going to see a dramatic cool down today, but the roads are still going to be quite wet for the morning commute. In fact, look at the 12-hour rainfall estimates showing up representing this rain from the overnight hours. The storm that prompted the tornado warning was just north of Holopah, and it moved over the same areas for an extended period of time. So within these yellow shaded Spots are finding rainfall estimates in the last 12 hours over 2 inches. So that could lead to some ponding of water on the roadways. Also some wet conditions that could impact the I-4 corridor anywhere along I-95, especially in Brevard County. I'll go in for a closer view there just to get an estimate of how much rain fell. And this is the area that we saw a lot of reports coming in on Twitter of frequent lightning and some very gusty winds. So the rain is just about over and done with. The rest of the day actually looks pretty good beyond what we're seeing in southern Brevard County with that lingering rain. And Jamie got more on the forecast because the rest of the afternoon doesn't involve any rainfall.
No, it looks really good across the area. In fact, hopefully you had your News 13 Plus app as you were sleeping this morning. You were able to be alerted as those severe thunderstorms and tornado warnings move through the area. So again, don't forget to pick that up for your phone at the App Store or Google Play coming up over the next couple of days. Let's go ahead and talk about what you can expect as we head our way out the door. As we go through the rest of today, we're going to see the opportunity for more sunshine back across the area. Temperatures already in the mid-60s here. 63 in Sanford, 62 in Orlando, 61 in Lakeland, 65 in Melbourne right now. So it's a warm start to the day. The winds are going to be switching to the west and southwest, clearing things out. We're going to see temperatures close to 80 in some spots. So after having a rough start to the day, it looks like we're going to enjoy some nice warm conditions as we head through the rest of the afternoon. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. What's the latest with that, Maureen?
Well, we're looking at rain that is going to be moving out this morning, and then we'll find that the conditions are going to be improving for tomorrow. We'll leave rain out of the forecast beyond tomorrow as we check it back in with our forecast for today. Clearing skies, 80 degrees, and it's going to be a very seasonable week. So for people that are here on vacation, I know in other states this is a school vacation week, so a lot of people that are here from out of town, they think it's going to be raining all the time, like they associate Florida, afternoon thunderstorms. We don't have to deal with that beyond today.
No, definitely going to be very nice compared to what we had to deal with earlier. But this, again, is an El Nino winter, so we're going to have these storms coming through. So stay tuned. Of course, we'll keep you updated whenever these storms rock through.
That's right. We want to see if the rain has any impact on the roads this morning. Here's Ryan Harper, real-time traffic.
Jamie, Mo, thank you very much. 5:54 now your current time. Taking a look at the Melbourne area, actually showing you some of that rain that's still falling. It looks pretty light here. This is actually the intersection of O'Galley Boulevard and Wickham Road, and still pretty sleepy in terms of the amount of cars on the roadway to begin your Tuesday morning. This is the opposite of that. I-4 Conroy Road in the Millennia area. We've been tracking this wreck all morning long. It's actually a couple of wrecks. One westbound left lane is still blocked. That's the traffic moving from left to right across your screen. And 2 eastbound left lanes are blocked here as well at the same location. So it looks like things are bunching down just a little bit throughout this area. Give yourself a couple of extra minutes of travel time here as we get closer to the top of the 6 o'clock hour. Traffic update, of course, brought to you by your Central Florida Honda dealers.
Fuel prices are the lowest they've been in years, and airline profits are up. So what does that mean for your ticket prices? In today's Consumer Wise report, Angie Moreski takes a closer look at whether the airlines are passing savings along to you.
Prices for fuel, one of the airline's biggest expenses, were down 30% in 2015, and profits were way up. But that didn't exactly translate into cheaper fares, down only about 1%.
I would say I am kind of surprised, and also with the amount that you have to pay to check a bag.
They're keeping it as a profit for themselves. That's what companies tend to do in this kind of situation.
Even with stagnant prices, you can get cheaper fares. First, know when to book.
I have heard the best is about 6 weeks ahead of time to book.
The prime booking window is about 1 to 4 months before you fly. That 3-month window is the sweet spot to get the cheapest fares.
If you're flexible, then you can get it cheaper.
For peak times like summer and spring break, it's even better to book 6 months in advance. Be sure to take advantage of websites like airfarewatchdog.com and farecompare.com to help you monitor the cheapest flights. You can actually sign up for alerts to certain destinations, and when the fares go down, they send you a notification. You like to utilize those?
I do them all, just about. I try.
It's very helpful for someone like me who is kind of on a budget.
Also, when you have multiple travelers, book 1 flight at a time. If you try to book, say, 4 at once and there are only 2 low fares available, you'll get the higher price for all.
That's a good tip. Never knew that one before.
One last note, mark Monday, March 16th on your calendar. It's the last day you can travel to get the cheaper winter fares before spring break and summer travel increases kick in. I'm Angie Moreski. It pays to be consumer wise.
Time now for a look at what's happening in our community, sponsored by Todd Minor Law.
News 13 is brought to you by Hudson's Furniture.
When you suffered a tremendous loss and come to the Pendas Law Firm, you're not just another number. In fact, we're focused on our aggressive abilities to deliver the justice you deserve. We take great pride in what we do, and we care deeply about you. So after an accident, just call Pendas.
My granddaughter was getting married and I thought, I can't eat at the wedding. My dentures come loose. But not anymore. My dentist has mini dental implants that stabilize my dentures. Less invasive, less discomfort, and less healing time than conventional implants. And half the cost, too. It was all done in one treatment visit. So I was ready by the wedding.
See Dr. Matt Lasorsa at Mini Dental Implant Centers of America. Find out if mini implants are right for you.
Thanks to the minis, I ate with confidence and my dentures stayed put.
We're kicking off the new year with the biggest savings ever at Central Florida Chrysler Jeep Dodge. Save up to $8,000 off any new vehicle in stock, and we'll give you up to $8,000 guaranteed minimum for any trade. That's right, get up to $8,000 off any new vehicle in stock and up to $8,000 guaranteed minimum for any trade. I'm Elena Bai from the largest inventory in the country. View all details at cfchrysler.com.
Central Florida Chrysler Jeep Dodge. You won't get it anywhere else.
At Mystic, every stone tells a story of timeless natural beauty, a story told with color, texture, and movement, a story from every part of the world that will be told in your home. At Mystic Granite and Marble, we have thousands of stories. Which stone tells your story? Which one belongs in your home? Choose your stone at Mystic Granite and Marble in Orlando, where earth becomes art.
The Pendas Law Firm doesn't easily settle with the insurance companies. We fight for every penny you deserve. It usually takes aggressive and experienced representation to get you the maximum for your claim, and if not, we'll try to get it here at the courthouse. So after an accident, just